Shalom, my people. 16th week ordinary time. Today, the meditation is around springs, fountains, water tanks. For my people, says Prophet Jeremiah, my people have committed two crimes. The announcement of Jeremiah, they have abandoned me, the fountain of living water, and that water tanks for themselves. Cracked water tanks that hold no water. This is the sin of the holy people of Israel, avoiding the springs, which is God Himself, His wisdom, and making another water tanks for themselves, not hoping everything from Yahweh, but getting everything by their own power. This is why today we meditate of these springs, of these water springs, well. And there are two images today. In the book of Genesis, it is said, I am the God of your father, Abraham. Do not be afraid. Yahweh is telling this to Isaac. Do not be afraid, Isaac, for I am with you. I shall bless you and multiply your offspring for my servant Abraham's sake. There Isaac built an altar and invoked the name of Yahweh. There he pitched his tent, and there Isaac's servants sang a well. This is the meditation for today. Living the springs of Yahweh and getting water tanks for themselves. In another part of the scripture, it is said in the second book of Kings, then he went to the source of the water, salt, threw salt into it and said, Yahweh says this, I make this water wholesome. Neither death nor miscarriage shall come from it any more. And the water became wholesome as it is today, exactly as Elisha had said it would. Have salt between you, have salt among you. The soul, according to the fathers of the church, is the capacity of suffering, the capacity of Christian believer to suffer in order to partake, in order to invoke the name of God in His trouble. Have salt between us. This salt is necessary to you and me. If we want to walk in the path of God, having salt, having this measure of suffering, of self-suffering, have salt between us, and never war will reign on you. Have salt between you, and never division will fight on you. Have salt between you, and forgive sins one another. Have salt. Jesus Christ, in many occasions, Jesus Christ teached us how to hold this salt, this capacity of suffering, entering on the cross of Jesus Christ, accepting the will of God, accepting the success, and accepting at the same time bad things on our lives. Have salt between us. In the book of Exodus, it is said, the people complained to Moses, saying, What are we to drink? the complainings of the people of Israel in the desert, Moses appealed to Yahweh for help, and Yahweh showered him a piece of wood. Then when Moses threw the piece of wood into the water became sweet. There he laid down a stand and looked for them, and there he put them to the test, the wood into the water, in order to change its bitterness into sweetness. This wood is the wood of the cross. As we are in this land of crying, of tears, in this desert, because the human life, while we are living in this body, we are far from the kingdom of God. We are far from our land. So the wood of the cross has been thrown into this lake of tears, of fire, human life, and has changed this bitterness of our lives, yours and mine. This bitterness has been changed into sweetness of living, of everlasting living, of everlasting life. This has happened by the cross of Jesus Christ. The wood has been thrown from heaven to this earth, and it has changed the bitterness of this earth, the bitterness of our hearts, into the sweetness of the freedom of the sons of God. Jesus Christ himself at Cana has changed water into wine, in order to teach you and me that the water will be changed, must be changed into the happiness of wine. May God help you and mine today. Water, springs, well, salt, wood, have salt among you, and no problem will overcome you. Have salt. May God allow you. That is why Jesus Christ is appealing you and me by the parables, because they will see and not watch. They will hear but not understand. This is the mystery of God in our lives.